Hello, everyone. It is Wednesday, July 26, 2023. This is a work session of the Southwick Agricultural Commission to talk about the Open Farm Day coming up in August. We do have a quorum, myself, Bert Hansen, Marisa Cook-Obregon, Zach Barnett, and on Zoom we have Sage Fury. And also a number of guests, which is always a good thing, but I'll list you for the recording. We don't really need public comments because the public is welcome to comment at any time. What you just said, Marisa, about Angie and Inga, I think you might have the biggest reports, so to speak. So do you want to just kind of jump right in and
I'll start.
Sure.
So I volunteered the other day and I went around to some businesses that Marissa and Inga had told me about. And so I went to, and I handed out brochures and flyers. I went to the Summer House Mobile, the laundromat. I don't know if that's the name, but that's, the only laundromat.
Right.
IBS, the Stove Hearth Masonry in the Gristmill Plaza, the Gristmill Cafe, the VCA, Westfield Bank, and the Southwick Farm Insurance.
wow.
And so I was out of flyers by the end, and a lot of them, if they were handed out brochures before, they didn't have any left. None of these.
Okay, yeah,
They
they're
were all out.
okay. Awesome. Well, thank you for doing that. Yeah. Yeah, I had a much shorter list than that. I checked in with Millie's. Their brochures were all gone in just a matter of a few days. The library still had some, and the town clerk's office still had some. So
I topped those up
you
the
did?
last week.
Oh, you did? Okay,
That's
good.
fine. They were empty, yeah.
Very good. Okay, thanks.
And
Angie.
I've got 2 checks for you from Farm Insurance
Okay.
and also College Highway.
Insurance, yeah.
So far for sponsors, we've got Alex 50 High Standard.
Our lead sponsor.
Westfield Bank at 200, Southwick Animal Hospital at 200, Grass Rail at 100, Farm Insurance at 50, College Highway Insurance at 50. So that's a total of $1,000 as of right now.
Okay.
I'm still waiting to hear back from Southwick Insurance. Dan's been on vacation and traveling a bit. So still waiting to hear from him, as well as Danny Shabelli at the mobile station.
Okay.
So
Let me just write these down.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, farm family. I think we know about them. Yeah, it's 50. Westfield Bank was 200.
Westfield
right?
Bank's 200, and that's in process.
Yeah. College Highway Insurance is
College
also
Highway
50.
Insurance is $50, and you've already got the check there.
Yeah. Okay.
And Grass Rail at 100.
Okay.
So those total
Let's see.
sponsors
Existing
equaled
ones.
1,000.
Yep. And we will be getting a check from B&E Tool. That may be. That
And
may
then
be
there was
it
with
for
the launch
the
also,
launch. Yeah, we
that
already
was what,
had
125?
125.
And B&E, do we have a number for them?
200. That's what we verbally have.
So that brings us to 1,325. And the cost of all of from the Southwoods ad, the Go Local, the 25 lawn signs, the Penny Saver, the Westfield News, that all equaled $1,228.75.
Okay.
I have chosen to pay for the 25 lawn signs at $168.
Oh, I think you mentioned that last time. and
Yep,
Thank you.
yep, so
for
that's
that.
gonna be paid for. So when we just do the math, our ads have been paid for, and we're gonna be in the plus almost $200.
Yeah. Sweet.
So,
That's awesome. Yeah, thank
so
you.
that's good. For gifts,
Yep.
we've got Tractor Supply at $50.
Okay. Okay,
Country Colonial at $50.
these are gift certificates, I'm
Yep,
assuming
gift
gift cards.
certificates, yep, gift cards.
Yep.
And Cowards, I'm touching base with Teresa and John within the next 48 hours
Okay,
and finding out how much they're gonna contribute. And also where they want the table and other things set up.
right. Okay, and we already have a 9x12 watercolor from Carolyn Avery. A Mary Kay kit, a wrapping supplies kit, an Amazon charging pad and gift card from Jean Riopel. And she's a neighbor and friend of mine, and she also turns out to be the mystery bird feeder donor. This bird feeder showed up on my porch the other day and I had no idea.
Was that a prize as well, or was that this delivered to her, or?
Yeah, no, it's a prize.
That's a
Yeah,
prize.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
great. It's a great
Yeah,
prize.
It's this window mount.
Yeah, I didn't
It's
think
huge,
of that. That's
yeah.
fabulous.
Awesome.
Good idea.
Yeah. Then 57 Hair, we have a gift certificate, Millie's gift certificate, Cowards you
Cowards, yeah.
mentioned, and Big Y via Zach, two $25 gift cards. So,
Okay, so I'll make some more calls for prizes.
okay,
Got a few more people that we can call.
yeah, okay. I think you and I were talking the other day, and just to confirm with folks, I think maybe not seek any more sponsorships.
I have put a call out though to Southwick Insurance and left a message and an email to Dan.
Yeah.
And also to Danny Shabelli. So
Yeah, okay.
I can seize effort after those two.
Yeah, I mean, is there anybody who feels we should just continue looking for sponsorships? Like,
How much did the town give us for Farm Day as part of our 24 budget?
1750.
1750.
1750, yeah.
All right, and I know that, I printed out like about $900 to $1,000 worth of stuff, and I submitted some of those reimbursements through town hall. But I believe some of that's for the fiscal year, but then some of that is also going into the new, old fiscal year, excuse me. But it's, some of that is also going against, I guess, that 1700, so
Yeah,
I just
okay.
wanted to kind of check in and make sure that wasn't going to be totally depleted.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we have plenty then.
Yeah, we
Okay.
do, thankfully, you know. Oh, and just with these checks that are coming in for the sponsorships, the way that works is, you may know, the select board has to accept them. So for each check, I need to write a letter asking them to accept it. And then once they do, then Cindy Barton can actually deposit them. And I guess I was down there the other day, and I guess they're working on, do we need a separate account for sponsorships, or does it go in our regular gift account? I think they mentioned you were talking about with them.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought that had been
Thought it was-
settled already.
right,
That
it's
was
a gift
supposed to
account.
be, just the gift account.
Yeah, well, they seemed.
It's in writing. I
They
would
seem-
defer to that. So it's like, I think Michelle Hill actually checked in on that, right? In terms of kind of, accounting, but also what's legally permissible for.
Okay,
And I think there was an email too that
There was an
went out.
email.
And
Yeah,
I kept all of those emails,
Yeah.
so I'll go through there because it was really clear
It
that
was
it was
very
a
clear.
gift account.
correct,
Yeah.
which we already have. So I
Right,
would.
right.
It's in
yeah, okay, I'm
writing.
sure I have it too,
Yeah.
but I just.
Let us know if we need this, one of us to dig it out.
The news
because
didn't make it up to the second floor, I guess.
That's the forward button. So here you go.
Okay, well, that's really, really awesome. I think in terms of, and I passed out a printout of a spreadsheet I've been working on, just, listing the sponsors and the prizes, just so we'd be sure to follow up with everyone. Listing the participating farms, the volunteers that we know of so far, and it's, it's a growing list, also thankfully, and then where the brochures are. So in terms of the farms and the Historical Society, I don't know if anyone has actually talked to any of the farms about, you mentioned we'll need, I think, about cowards and where they want the table and that kind of stuff.
Right.
So has anybody else talked to any of the farms yet? I mean, directly and said, had like a site visit, you know, what are we gonna do? Where are you gonna park? You know, that kind of thing, because we should divide them up. So
I think today would be a good day to come up with the bullet point list of what we need to ask when each of us go around. So if
Yeah.
somebody, I mean, I'm happy, yeah, to just take down the note on that and then,
Sure.
send out like a template and then each of us can print it out and then make sure that we cover all our bases. I think that would make it a lot easier and we might get more people willing to do site visits.
Yeah.
If we have that. I'm sorry, just a question about the sponsors, a last point that you mentioned, regarding needing to write a letter for that. Has that already been done for everybody who has submitted a check yet?
no, not these, so I didn't have the check, so,
Because I know some people have left checks already, like as of a few weeks ago, so,
yeah. So I've written one for, the launch.
yeah,
They gave me the check.
yeah,
For, the high standard
Yeah.
transportation check. And for, B&E tool,
okay,
but that's it so far.
I see. And the select board have they confirmed receipt of that yet, or?
Mm,
I'm only asking because when I was talking to accounting and, they were asking me about where I was going to seek reimbursement from, they were like, well, until those checks get, voted on, I said, I understand, but let me just ask at the next meeting where they're at in the process, because I'll
Yeah.
hold off on the reimbursement forms then until there's actually money in the account that's designated for that.
Yeah,
So that's, we
yeah,
had
okay, yeah.
2 letters submitted then, but no approval from the select board yet, is
No,
what you're
not yet.
saying.
I mean, they actually,
Yeah,
they
I've
have
seen,
to actually put it on their agenda.
right, yeah, I've seen that, but that's
Yeah.
not happened yet. Okay, so we're one step behind, so I will wait, to kind of look at the agendas before I then submit a reimbursement, because they were very specific about asking what part of the gift, like, the gift account, because they were saying it
Yeah.
has to be money that was also sent in from people who wanted to donate for Open Farm Day, so I don't know if that's a hoop
Right,
or what,
right,
but
right.
just trying to
And we
dot
should,
all the i's and cross all
Yeah,
the
and
t's, so,
we'll hopefully get that wrapped. Their next meeting is the 7th.
okay.
So hopefully we can get all the checks in hand and, Get
Maybe
them
it'll be
all.
on the agenda then. Okay,
Yeah,
perfect. I'll
yeah.
keep
so-
an eye on that too. Thank you for clarifying that.
Yeah, yeah. And if at all possible, I think we talked last time. It's easier for you or anybody, you and the accounting department, if you don't do the reimbursement
That's
method.
not possible with the printing. Yeah, we've gone
Yeah,
through
yeah,
that.
okay.
Yeah, unfortunately. So that wasn't possible, which is
Yeah.
why I need to do the reimbursement.
Yeah.
Way, yeah, unfortunately.
Well, thank you for absorbing those costs, temporarily.
That's fine, sure, no problem. No, thank you for clarifying what the actual process is. It's a little
Yeah,
confusing.
Okay. Okay, so bullet points to ask the farms. Are you sure you want to do it? Just kidding. Um,
Definitely designating parking.
Right,
And the table,
right.
and we were thinking about doing a tent over top of the table as well.
Yeah, in case it rains, yeah,
Or if it's wicked sunny.
or if it's very, right, it's like today and tomorrow. And I guess, I think we've said that we have access to tables and tents, but maybe some of the farms have them.
Right, because I know when we were talking at the meeting before last, people started rattling off, well, I've got a couple of foldable tables, I've got a
Right.
tent. So we can get stock of that maybe tonight, at least start getting a running tally.
But I'm just thinking it might be easier if the farm has a table.
It would be ideal.
It would be probably just easier for everybody.
Yeah.
Alex?
Alex Griffey, Klein, we have a tent and a table for up our area, if anyone.
Okay,
So maybe that could be used for solar.
Yeah. I think a tent would be good either way. It would draw people's attention when they pull in, like if you see a tent, then
Right.
they know to start there.
yeah, good point, yeah. Okay. Well, I have a tent and two tables.
So there's three right there. I've got a tent.
I've got two
And-
tables.
For that, I should have two tables, did you say?
Yeah, my tent collapsed.
And I've got one tent and one table. And these are the collapsible ones.
Yeah. Okay,
So back to the farms then.
Establish like a route / direction of where things, where, when the people check in at the table, like. Yeah, what the path is. That way you just don't have people wandering around the farms, so
Mhm.
right.
I think that's important to
Maybe.
establish that with the farmer that day, like what their preference is, like
Yeah.
what are the things that we're gonna see on this route, like that way you can think about.
Like an
interest
activity
points.
list.
Yeah, or things that they want people to see, activities.
Yep.
Barns, whatever it is that their draw is.
Yeah, so I know for Solax, we've got the cows, we got the tractors, and we got the 413Bs.
Right,
So you got three different activities at one farm.
and a lot of electrified fence at that
Correct.
particular farm too, so yeah. Things like that, I think I'll add that as a sub bullet, like mindful, like safety, health and safety,
Yeah.
like safety.
As-
Electric fences,
Also, how many volunteers they feel would be necessary?
Mhm.
oh, right,
And I think we said at least one, right, to do the passports and the stickers.
Oh, there has to be
think
someone
that's-
designated for that.
Yeah. for sure.
And then also to help with parking.
Yep.
And maybe start guiding the activity.
I think we had agreed on 2 at the table. So it's gonna be a 2 minimum at the table, and then beyond the 2 at the table. Parking, if they want kind of like a docent or someone to supervise the route, if there's an electric fence that's not visible, but 2 minimum then?
Mm,
Well, two at the table plus the parking person, so three?
Well, I would say at least, maybe one of those people at the table can help with the parking as well. I
Yeah.
just know the tables can get mobbed, and if we're setting up this whole thing with the passport and there's kids running around, like, I don't know, usually at the grandmother's garden, those are quiet and it's like mostly elderly people visiting. They still have 2 people at their table and then
Yeah.
maybe somebody for
Yeah.
parking, just because it gets overwhelming,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of where I'm going.
Yeah,
Probably should be at least three.
At least three.
maybe 3.
Plus you
That's
can, you can have trade-offs too, just in case someone's like tired of the just consistent parking and they can take a break and swap with someone at the desk or something.
Yeah,
Mhm.
3 minimum.
So 3 minimum.
Go to the bathroom. Oh, good point. I'm kind of guessing we shouldn't advertise to the public that bathrooms will be available
They might not be.
at the farms, and they may not be, but maybe for the volunteers, I think it would be
Or in a bucket.
helpful.
Bathrooms are available at your local grocery store.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Bucket will travel.
that's okay, yeah, so no bathroom, right.
They'll figure that out.
Right.
Yeah, don't drink water that day.
Don't stay
Yeah.
hydrated.
Nothing. That might be a
Not
good
the
point.
farmer's way.
Arms is
Yeah.
for our volunteers who are going to be there. Is there a possibility to have access?
That's a great
Yeah.
point, yeah.
Yeah.
Or a designated tree or something.
Yeah, it doesn't even
Yeah.
Look for the sign hanging on the tree.
the big arrow. Stop here.
Yeah.
Okay, we better just-
Find the hole.
Oh, okay.
Oh, man. Oh, okay, parking, tables and tents, route, check-in, supervisor, any safety issues, 3 volunteers,
And I know that, I want to continue picking on Solax. if they had retail, they were gonna have it available as well, depending on their bee products.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's something that we need to find out from the farmers, if they're selling a product, will they man that? Because I don't feel it's gonna be right for our volunteers to be responsible for selling the
Mm.
product and then handling their cash.
No.
Yeah, let's make that a rule.
Yeah,
So
no.
All their products, but we won't,
We don't want anything to do with it other than if we choose to purchase it ourselves.
exactly.
So,
I mean, honestly, if they have a merchandising setup, then they already know how to man that and they should already have people for that.
Well, sure.
I think it'd
And
be
they-
healthy as a friendly reminder, though.
Yeah,
Yeah, they might not want us messing around with their cash registers. No.
A lot of donations coming our way.
The parking tables, tent, establish the path. 3 volunteers minimum, safety issues, address the bathroom situation and merchandising reminder.
Mhm.
What if they choose to want to also hand out flyers? I'm
Yeah.
thinking behind these stables, this is gonna be an opportunity for Holly to promote also her summer school, boarding, other things. Do we wanna have them, if it's just a flyer, put that on our passport table?
yeah,
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah.
For them, right?
It's like
Yeah.
our service to the farm.
Yeah, exactly,
And I
yeah.
think,
What
did
was
we,
that?
I was just thinking like, yeah, for them to promote themselves. It's like.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah, it
Sure.
should
Right,
be.
that's part of what we're wanting to do
Right,
is
yeah,
Exactly.
absolutely.
bring
That's
an
why we're-
economic
why we're doing
push.
this.
So,
So that would be any existing material. I think last meeting or so, we talked about, do we want to put together some kind of a flyer? With and I think we ended up putting all of the farms on one piece of paper, front and back,
Yeah.
with a, you know,
That's the-
name, what they do, the history,
Yeah.
whatever.
Something really kind of like a short little blurb about the farm.
Yeah,
I guess when would we collect that information? Would it be at these site visits? Are we gonna ask the farmers to send us something like? Yeah, I guess what's the workflow for that?
right.
I think it would be us
Well-
facilitating.
Yeah,
We have an email, have them email to us. At as soon as possible email. I mean, there's gotta be a cutoff date, but I say as soon as possible.
I think the responsibility's on us to procure that. We're the ones that are organizing. I feel bad asking them to, draft an email.
Courtesy.
Can you hear us?
I think
Sage?
I think you just asleep.
Oh, no. Oh,
Oh, it's back. Okay. So
It was an owl feedback.
not what I just do.
You're breaking it.
There we go. I was trying to get this full screen. There we go. Oh, and Tammy's on. Hi, Tammy.
yeah, maybe this, I mean, if we're serious about making a fact sheet for these farms. I think. The site visit will have to be the opportunity of when to procure that information.
Right.
In
Yeah.
which case we should add that to what we're gonna discuss tonight and have a little bullet point. As well of what people should ask at the site visit so that we get, some consistent information, interesting information, so.
I mean, I think that would be a good kind of one and done. You know, you're there,
Yeah,
like the information, rather than back and forth on the phone, the email and all that sort of stuff.
And would that be this here that Sage had put together,
Yeah,
something like that?
yeah,
At least a guideline.
yeah.
yeah, that template, that's right, we can use
We
that.
can just use this.
Yeah, Sage,
Sure.
have you gotten any responses yet? Have you sent them out? Anything we can?
I've actually directly asked 2 farmers. Teresa said that she was gonna work on it in the next couple weeks.
Okay,
So I don't know about, I went to Seabreeze let me see. I couldn't contact directly to, because Donna doesn't take care of the internet side, so she just handed the flyer to her daughter, I believe, who does the internet thing, or sister. And she probably has to get double checked on that, but I couldn't really get farmers at home. They were already out working somewhere. So every time I went somewhere, I kind of hit a dead end.
Well, that may be a
Yeah.
litmus
Right.
for us, right there.
That's pretty clear.
Yeah, so, but the template is made, so I think we'll just use that and add that to the list of things people should ask when they do these site visits and jot the answers down and we'll collate it and print it out.
Actually, it's funny as I went to the Solex farm and got their mother who had a lot of interesting stories.
I'm
But she couldn't take care of any of this, obviously. So she said she's just gonna hand it off to her sons and hope that they read it and understood it. So I'm like, okay.
That's where maybe us facilitating it would get
Yeah,
get to the point.
I mean, we have a great template, so I think it'll be easy to just add that. I mean, you guys are participating in open fund. Is there
Yes.
anything that we've
No.
said that we've missed out on yet, or have said that you want to see?
No, I would just, look
Yeah.
at this list and it's like, yeah, the history of the farm and
Yeah, I
things
think
like
we
that.
wanna know that.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah. For the site visit part itself in terms of kind of the infrastructure of the day, like.
I think you've gotten everything. What do you think?
Yeah, it sounds good. I mean, well, on that particular thing, she's got her sunflowers on one side of the street, I'm on the other side of the street, you know, just worried about people
Yeah, that's
crossing the
right.
road or something, but
Ah.
I don't know if that's gonna be that big a deal.
So that might be like a safety thing that you would bring up then,
Mhm.
okay? I guess a question as well, I mean, I had, here, like, established route and direction with the farmers and activities, like, how involved is the farmer going to be that day? Like for you guys, for
We
instance,
you don't know that far, this far.
this far ahead, right?
I know with my sunflowers, but
Yeah, she'd definitely be there, you know.
Right,
or
yeah.
upstairs, so that wouldn't be a problem. But then I should be able to just slip away for a few hours, or I could do that, yeah.
it's a Sunday, so that helps.
True,
Yeah.
true.
Yeah, see, I got the camp help working, and they know what to do, I don't really have to supervise
Yeah.
that and stuff like that, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, that's a good point, like, to what degree is the farmer, like, if they're, like, I know in your scenario, you were thinking, and I don't know if this is still what you're envisioning, right, like, opening up one of the old barns and having people, like, get
Yeah.
into it?
Yeah, they could go in and walk and see the inside and stuff like that, you know, I thought that would be good. And that's like the broadleaf tobacco shed I have right there. And for the shade tobacco shed, well, I suppose I have one across the street next to the sunflowers and you could kind of see the tobacco hanging in there, you know. And
And you'll be the tour guide, right?
well,
It's
who knows, by August 20th, that is, you know.
gonna be strong.
When the tobacco is
That's
clearing,
aggressive.
there's a,
That's
Lots
a
of
great
essence.
smell, though,
Okay.
yeah.
That's
I mean, yeah,
sometimes when the tobacco is curing, there's a strong ammonia smell coming out because the ammonia comes out of the leaf and stuff. And I'm used to it, so I don't even notice it. But sometimes she comes with me, she's, oh, I gotta get out of here, I can't stand it.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have that reaction.
yeah,
But I mean, they can kick in
yeah.
But I think in that shed there, most of that will be gone by the time
and, okay.
I get there, you know. You can kind of get the aroma of the tobacco, you know, which is kind of, what's nice about it.
Well, maybe establishing what areas are, in case, I'm thinking there may be a lot of farmers that don't know where exactly they're gonna be on August 20th, depending on weather, it's been
Right.
crazy.
Right.
So maybe when we bring up that topic, just also clarify what areas may be off limits.
Mhm.
Just so that way, if there isn't a farmer there present, whoever is volunteering there that day knows. Apart from the route itself, like specifically, what's off limits, what do you want people to see and not see, just so that way we're
Yeah,
respectful of that, in
And-
case you're not there. yourself.
And also the people who they can go to if they, you know, like me and Dwight.
Right.
I mean, I won't have Abby there, I think.
No.
Yeah, like,
You know, a list of people. Right, okay.
So then there comes the situation where if we know what the lay of the land is,
right,
then the volunteers that are gonna be at that site that day has to be communicated to them
right.
what the lay of the land is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where it'd probably be advantageous, once we have got that data, then we have a meeting with all the volunteers.
Yeah, that's a good point.
And then designate then who's going to be at certain farms. And then tell them what the lay of the land once again is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And any of the obstacles that they have to work around.
And I think we've talked about doing that at our August 9th meeting. So it gives us 2 weeks to get all this information together.
Not very long.
Now, we could always have another special meeting, before the 20th.
Correct. Yeah, correct.
We'll kind of play that by ear, I guess.
At least start realizing that's gonna be a very important part of the process.
Right.
Yeah.
Especially since we've got some of the volunteers, I believe there was 9 of them that are National Honor Society members.
Yeah.
So they're children.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
that there's anything wrong with that, but
Right.
Yeah,
we need to make it really clear.
So we have 3 more Wednesdays, August 2nd, August 9th, and August 16th. So,
and I think we should be open to the possibility of having to host 2 volunteer sessions for this if we have students, just as this is the middle of summer vacation,
Sure.
so.
Yeah.
We may have to be ready to throw an agenda down. I don't know if we need an
Right.
agenda for that. I guess we might, but with the 48-hour
yeah. Oh, that's
requirement, I think we
easy
should be
enough.
ready to throw that down.
Yeah. In fact, we probably should plan on 2 right now, the 9th and the 16th.
Yeah,
And that one,
yeah, I was gonna say maybe even a weekend morning. I don't know that Wednesday nights are feasible for everybody.
Yeah.
For a volunteer meeting, that like.
right,
Because there's always gonna be that scenario too, that, like for myself, I'm gonna be at Klein View Stables. So any volunteers that come there, I can make sure that they
Right.
know.
Mm.
I know, Melissa, you're gonna be up at Solex, right? And
Oh, good. Okay.
Alex, you're thinking of being there too, right? So,
That would be
That's-
fantastic.
yeah, so,
Got number 3 right here.
and number 3,
Oh,
yeah.
number 3, okay,
Yeah.
3 volunteers, okay.
He'll be hanging out with the cows, guaranteed.
You will be able to, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. He'll be with the
You can tell
cows.
everyone all that.
Hey, Tammy, I'm assuming you're gonna be at Lenita's? Is that a safe assumption? Yes, okay. In terms of that type of thing, I'd actually like to not be at one farm. I'd like to be
You
able
can
to
float.
float. Float,
No, I think that'd be awesome, because then you can introduce yourself as the chair.
yeah.
You've got the gray and the peapod. Yeah.
What was I just gonna say? Oh, just back a few sentences. Dwight, to your point about, the ammonia. aroma, should we ask the farmers in our bullet point thing? Is there some unique thing about your farm and your product that we should know about? Like strong smells, like, don't go near the bulls, I don't know.
Don't wear red.
What do you think, Marissa? Should we?
Is there anything to be cautious about?
Yeah.
Well, that could
We
be
did-
put
we-
under the safety.
We did mention
the
safety and we
piece.
said anything off
Off
limits.
Obstacles.
So I guess,
I guess that's question 13, maybe, like, that Sage made, anything that makes you stand out from other farms, like
Hmm.
unique features? Unique traits of, like, practice, crop, livestock? Do we feel that covers it, or do we want another question?
yeah. Yeah, that probably covers it.
Yeah,
or elaborating more, that could fall under, safety, off limits and obstacles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
50 off limits and obstacle.
And we were thinking of having the volunteers all wear safety vests, right?
Mhm.
Okay, and I've got
You
8.
have- you have 8,
I've
okay.
got 8. I can order, more.
Mhm. We probably should. I mean, we're gonna need them every
We're
year,
gonna need
right?
at least 30,
Right.
so.
Order 22, 24. I don't know if they come by dozens or what, but.
Okay, I'll take care of that.
Okay, thank you. So as other things occur to us for the bullet points, for the site visits. So who, does anybody else have a desire to be at a particular farm?
I'll go.
Okay.
I'm under medical to not.
You sure?
Yeah, I have
You're
medical
deep.
instructions to not be out, like standing or participating, so I think,
Okay.
yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Be
So
our floater too.
Yeah.
I was thinking what I can do that day to support, I'd love to take photos, like kind of like high res photos, so that we have material to promote afterwards.
Yeah.
So I would love to be a floater at all of the farms and kind of just document, how the day goes so that we can
Sure.
post that on the website, social media,
Sure.
and just have it for posterity's sake.
Yeah.
Future marketing materials, so
Yeah.
I
that's
can
awesome.
support in that.
Definitely need
way.
photos.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It'll be, for future marketing materials, obviously it'll be nice to have photos of this year's for when we start talking about next year. Right.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
I mean, I know Coward Farms and Firefly Field, so I could do one or the other.
okay,
So let's just put Sage down for Firefly.
okay.
Firefly's parking's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's gonna be tricky up there.
Yeah, they got one road and they just try to do a double lane, which doesn't work out very well.
I just thought of another thing, where to set up the lawn signs is another question to kind of figure out the day of the site visit.
Mhm.
I mean, that correlates to parking and entrances, but being able to kind of have that somewhat predetermined or an idea before we get there that day, it's just. Glad that's.
We might need, I don't know how many folks have urethane set up where there's flowers on one piece of property and tobacco on another. We might need a couple of signs at each. That, there. I don't know, just thinking out loud, but.
Well, we've ordered 25 signs,
25.
right?
Mhm.
And we have nine,
10
10
sites.
10 sites, okay. So. Hopefully, I mean, I think we had agreed at one meeting to at least put 2 signs up at each site so that there would be visibility both ways on the road, so
Oh,
that would
right.
still give us plenty.
I'll use
So
5
we're
additional.
Right, in case there were a site like yours where maybe it's 2 sides of the road and we want to cover all our bases on both sides. Because you are technically like 2 sites, so like, you get at least 4 signs.
I think we need 4.
No, just one, one south of us.
Yeah, it's directly across the street,
I
so
mean, that's maybe then
it should be fine.
number, where to set up signs plus number of
Yeah.
signs needed, so whoever is the volunteer setting up that brings the right number of signs. Okay. Number of signs needed, okay, that's a great point.
I have some traffic cones, big ones. if you want.
Yeah, those,
It might be-
I
could have
actually
been a-
have, those are useful.
Yeah.
yeah.
State flower.
What'd you say? Oh, the state flower? It's a traffic cone? Yeah. That's good.
Never heard him refer to that one.
Oh, I love it.
And I know where I can get a couple of big cones
I
too.
don't know if you're gonna loan them out, he's pretty protective of us.
I know where they're kept.
We'll have to make some of the volunteers letting them watch.
Yep,
Yeah.
exactly.
Who has cones?
The Prippies.
Oh,
Yeah. I have borrowed them for 2 years. They're awesome. Big
Yeah, if he
cones.
has like, you know, supervision over the cones, he'd
Yeah.
probably do it, right? Yeah. Make sure no one takes any of his cones.
Yep,
oh.
not lost one yet.
Yeah, exactly.
Always retrieve them. So. Okay, speaking of the lawn signs, I know we're gonna deviate. I'm trying to get
That's
onto
right.
the internet and it's not working. I know I shared with Melissa and Bert the new revised signs.
Yep.
Are you able to bring that up on the computer or? I'm
Uh,
just trying to get in so that we can get that confirmed tonight so I can order them tonight.
yeah, I'm not gonna be able to get on my own email from here
Again.
because I won't know the password. But my laptop knows it at home.
So slow.
Well, maybe Marissa, can you,
I'm not on the Zoom right now. Can I just send it to Cindy and can Cindy? She's on Zoom. I think
You
she
could also
can-
send it to me.
I was gonna say.
Oh, Sage, yeah, that's right.
He's paying attention, I think.
Somewhat, I'm trying. I'm in and out.
Focus.
I'm focusing on sleep at the moment.
I liked how they both turned out.
Yeah, me too. They look
They-
good, nice and
they-
bright
they
and
popped.
lively looking, yeah.
And the only concern was, is it Southwick or Southwicks? That
Yeah, I think
was,
we said no apostrophe S.
Yeah,
Okay,
the less
Southwick.
graphics or the less characters, the better with graphic stuff. Sorry,
okay, I just got in.
You have the
Yeah,
email?
I got it. So this is the first one.
I just sent it to Sage too, so that way you
Okay.
can bring it up online.
Now, obviously, it's not gonna be an apostrophe S.
And is this one they sort of yellow?
This is the white
White.
background,
Okay,
Sounds like whole thing. So just something.
just Southwick.
It's cute.
So that's one design.
Yes, thank you. That I just sent it to Sage.
And then the other one. I had her do a
Sent around to
yellow
Sage.
background.
which is even brighter and cuter than the other one.
I'll hold back on what I think.
See it?
What do you think, Hunter?
Right?
Yeah.
Look at the truck.
You want us?
Yeah.
I just sent them to you, Sage.
Yeah, I'm looking. I haven't gotten them yet.
Kind of stands out more.
Maybe because they're
Yellow.
attachments.
I like the
don't know.
other one, yeah.
Yeah.
Environment.
You can disregard the first one. The first one was the
And we can
launch
hold
sign
this up
that
to
we
the,
vetoed because it
yeah.
was very green.
You hold this up to the owl.
Yeah.
There we go. So Tammy and Cindy, can you see this?
Oh, yeah, we can see that.
Yeah, I can see that.
What do you all think?
Looks good.
I like that one. Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, and we're just gonna eliminate the apostrophe S.
Right.
So is it a go to order these tonight?
Yes,
Def-
yeah.
Absolutely.
Sure, why not?
And she does lots of 25, so I'm just gonna order 25.
Yep.
And then I'm just paying for it directly, so I don't have to submit anything.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so we're good.
How big are they?
They're 18 by 24s, so your
Oh,
typical, like the size of the ads that you would see for election,
Mhm.
so pretty good size.
Okay.
We're not getting the wire H brackets with them. I've got 25 of those.
Okay.
So, and that saved about $3, so I. You got plenty of them, don't you? Yeah. Yeah, so we got a few. Okay, so this is a goal.
Yep, we're good.
Okay,
Yep, thank you.
okay.
Uh,
So,
Okay.
so Zach, you said you'd go anywhere, right? Any preference?
No.
We're going right up.
There's some preferences, maybe in here, some people.
No, just remembering that Jessica Whitmore Parker wants to go to your place.
Oh, and Julie, is that Julie?
We also have Cindy Broska who volunteered to help out.
Oh, yeah, Cindy Brown, okay.
Yes, we've got people that have already said where they wanted to go.
No.
Maybe Marshall. Let's see, we've got actually. At least 12 volunteers so far,
Okay, so we need more.
maybe more.
Okay.
And there will be more
Word out.
National Honor Society kids, I just don't know. They haven't signed on the dotted line yet, so to speak.
Okay.
Reaching out to them.
Parents' permission.
Can we ask conservation as well? possibly?
Oh, I definitely want to ask that, yeah.
Yeah,
So do you want me to hold off sending out messages to folks looking for more volunteers before we talk
Oh,
to?
no,
no, because I think we're gonna need at least,
because we need 30.
yeah, we need
30.
3. And we have, yeah, so we
Yeah.
have 30 minimum.
Oh, and this little bit of a tangent, but so there's been a couple of blurbs in the Westfield News and other places about, volunteers needed. And they keep saying that people only need 5 stickers on their passports to be entered in the drawing, and I don't think we ever said that.
No,
we didn't.
this is a Cliff article.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
Yeah.
also mentioned that the Solix grows soybean and wheat, which is not something that is in this region even, so I don't know where that came from,
Hmm.
so.
The game telephone.
yeah.
Yeah,
So just an FYI, if you're talking to anybody at any of
yeah.
the.
So should we
outlets,
contact Cliff and have him do a
Submit a
retraction?
correction, yeah, I think that would be ideal.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I have a relationship with him. I'll
all
call him
right, good.
tomorrow.
I was just gonna say,
Okay.
I've reached out to him a couple of times and haven't gotten any response. So.
I'll smother and mother him. Okay. You don't have any of those articles, do you? That he had printed?
Not with me, but I can
Can you zip them over to
send
me?
you, yeah,
I won't call him until tomorrow.
okay. Okay,
Can we take a step back and figure out who's gonna do which site visit?
yeah, I was just gonna say that
Yeah.
myself, yeah. So. Let's see. So I've sort of made the contact with the Historical Society and with Roger Beasy, so I could do those two.
Hey, Bert.
Yeah,
So something I've seen from the Southwick Historical Society's advertising, they're only going to do their program between 2 to 4 because that's their normal museum hours.
oh,
That's what's in their advertising program, that it's open farm day. They're doing 2 to 4.
oh, that's a bummer. Okay,
And have a conversation with them?
yeah, I'll get in touch with Pat and say. Yeah, 'cause that's
Good
gonna
catch.
just
Real good catch.
kind of Grew up.
Yeah, for somebody to go there and not have. it
Yeah,
open.
yeah. Somebody shows up at 1.
Okay,
Okay, I'll get in touch with Pat about that. Thank you for attending. I wasn't aware of that.
so I can do, Solex, Pine View, and I'm meeting with Cowards this week, so I'll volunteer for those 3.
Okay. And Firefly Fields, Sage, you want to talk to them? Did you say?
Are you in
Yeah, I
town?
can talk to them. I can
Yeah.
talk to Firefly. I can try to talk to Cowards too. It's just I don't know how to reach them outside of their actual farm. I'll see if they got a number listed.
I'm actually meeting with them this week, Sage, so I can take care of that.
Okay.
Yep, I'll do Coward, Klein, and Solak.
Yeah, I'll get Firefly.
So Sage, Firefly.
Okay. And then,
Who that leads, sorry.
Beef pasture,
yep, I think
sunflower.
even though you guys have been
Right.
coming to the meetings, we should still come and have our site visit. I'll stop by. Sure. Okay,
Okay,
Zach,
so Zach for.
what's a good time?
When do you out there at the sunflower field?
About 7 o'clock at night.
No, I'm always around
Lunch.
a farm.
Okay, look for you.
Yeah.
You're not there, I'll come back.
You guys exchange numbers,
Yeah,
like
give me
before the
phone
end of the
number.
night, yeah, just in case.
So then that leaves Calabrese and Blossoming.
Blossoming.
Yeah, no, we got 977.
I can do those.
1177.
Angie,
So,
okay.
cool.
And what I'll do,
for
is I'll
both?
send you
Okay.
that template, or do you have the template?
You
that
text
says-
or just?
Oh, text.
Okay, cool.
Night somewhere. in the
Usually when
email.
it's the number,
Yeah.
it doesn't, like, so.
I don't answer-
Scam.
I don't answer ones I don't know either. Hey, Tammy, I'm not sure if you're hearing, but Angie is volunteering to work with Calabrese and Blossoming Acres. Would you,
She wants to do
With the site.
unless you
visit.
want to, for the site visit?
Um,
Do you want,
Doesn't
Do you wanna-
matter to me. I know that Lenita's not usually around till 8:30 at night.
okay, well,
It's fun.
yeah. And you're right next door.
Okay, so, yeah, if you have a relationship with her, you could do that. If you feel more comfortable.
Yeah,
Plus Tammy is also gonna be at that site.
Oh, right, yeah.
so that
Well,
makes
you can
more
tell.
sense, I think, yeah.
Calabrese, okay, and Tammy will do site visit for Blossoming.
Angie, do you have a connection at Calabrese, or do you kind of plan on just like passing in
start.
one day, or do you want a connection made, like a text introduction so that you can coordinate, like I'd be happy to connect you with Danielle Calabrese.
Yeah.
She's
Okay.
great, so like I can do a text introduction, then you guys can go from there and figure out a time, because she's not always there, so neither is Donna, so. I can,
So when do we want these site visits performed to have the data to put in the flyers?
Probably. It's gonna, it's gonna take a week or two, I'm sure. So we'll probably end up printing the flyers here.
Mhm.
So we could do it practically the day before, but not have the information, but do the actual printing. So I don't know, maybe by
Right?
that would be great.
Our next formal meeting,
Yeah,
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Okay, so
Do you have an updated for one of those questionnaire forms you can send to everyone?
yeah,
Because
Yeah.
we marked it up a
Yeah.
lot, so.
and is the template one that I passed around somewhere?
it's over there, yeah.
There's a lot of corrections on that.
yeah.
I'm happy to make like a template with those questions, plus the ones that we've
That'd be
generated so
great.
far for the site visit, and then send it off to folks tomorrow.
Perfect.
That'd be
Okay,
Awesome.
Okay,
okay.
so then we'll bring all that material back here for the August 19th meeting.
Yep.
Okay. Think about.
Um. This is off, a little bit off topic where we are right now, but anyway, is anything happening with the EDC and the restaurants?
I have left 2 messages from Mike McMahon within the past 24 hours and I've heard back from him.
Okay, I think we should just let go of that. You know,
I'm not sure if he's got any movement on it.
yeah,
So the meetings were canceled for this month,
they're not meeting until September,
September.
so
So don't know.
I'm not too hopeful.
Yeah, don't know.
Yeah.
So,
What we could do is, they have that little flyer with the list of all the restaurants in Southwick. We could hand those out with the passports.
right
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll find out where these are.
Yeah. It needs at least one update. It still talks about Lake Life 101, which is now the steakhouse.
Right. Prime steak.
Yep.
Okay,
That thing changes way too much.
I know, huh?
yeah.
That doesn't matter. Yeah.
You wanna find out from Michelle if she has any of these? Cause I
Yeah.
know they have that whole area downstairs
true.
with all this
Um,
information. I've never seen them there.
I don't think I have either, but I haven't really
Well,
looked for them.
Other than that, would we just print them up here at the town hall?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I think, I don't know, am I jumping the gun here? I think, are we good for now? We need more volunteers,
More volunteers, yep. Tables and tents.
some tents.
You said 2 tables, right? Zach?
Yeah.
Okay. And Melissa, did you say 1 table and 1 tent? Okay,
Yeah, we have an easy.
easy up tent too, okay.
So that would cover Solex. So.
Yep, so we've got Solex covered and we got Pine View covered.
Okay, good.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm just doing it.
What was that?
We have the best.
Okay. Okay, so,
oh, you do? Okay,
Probably wanna have chairs too. I mean, most people have them in the trunks of their cars, but you could find on the.
great
yeah,
reminder.
that's a good idea.
Bring your camping chairs, chairs in the bag.
And BYO water or whatever, beverage.
Whatever you
Yeah.
bring in, bring out. There's no trash receptacles.
Right.
Not eating anything at the farms. Other than joy.
Should we have trash bags like for when we, at the end? Is there some trash left over? So we don't leave crap at someone's farm.
Maybe just in case people come with.
We don't want to advertise it, just,
No.
for
Right.
personal stash.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no doubt somebody will have an empty water bottle
Yeah.
or something, or
Yeah.
McDonald's bag or
Yeah.
something.
Kids drop stuff at home.
So for our kit, our farm kit, we
Yeah.
want to put it that way. 3 safety vests
Yeah.
in the kit. Okay, I'll write this down, so. Farm kit would have, safety vests,
Best, yeah.
2 trash bags,
Mhm.
the heavy duty ones. I've got boxes of
Okay,
them, so I can put that together.
Oh,
It will have the flyers, whatever the variety of flyers are that we're gonna have,
Mhm.
the passport,
passports. The stickers.
Stickers.
Do we want the holders for the flyers so they don't fly away, or we just want to put rocks on them?
I'm thinking rocks.
Yeah.
Yeah. The box for the passports for the drawing. And if you have those with you tonight, we can come up, you can let me have them and we'll,
Okay.
I think I was just gonna copy
Something
this
like that, yeah.
and just stick them right on the boxes.
Okay, yeah.
So,
I do have a.
okay.
You know, if we have a lot of flyers on the tables, we could just go to the Dollar Tree or something and get those little clips they use for chip bags. Those will hold the flyers in one place and not let them blow away.
Cool.
They're like little cheap things and they give you like 10 for $1 or something like that. I mean,
Yeah, that'll work.
Hmm.
Or since you're floating, in case there's like any kind of like emergency, or the emergency contact.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't know what could
everyone should
happen,
have
but-
your phone number.
call Bert
Yeah.
for anyone concerned.
yeah.
There's like a whole bunch of trash gets dumped. Something, I don't know.
Okay.
I wonder if we should sort of officially, so to speak, make the police aware of this.
Yeah, probably.
Absolutely.
Is it gonna be one of those phone calls we get?
Yeah,
It might be.
yeah.
Yeah. Anytime there's something at the motocross, you get a phone call.
So,
Yeah,
I'll-
that'd be a
I'll
good
talk
thing
to-
for you to
yeah,
do.
just
What's with all the traffic?
Yeah,
Yeah, just be careful, you know, there's kids out in the roads today.
yeah.
Or like when the Boy Scouts. do
right, and
that.
they can send that reminder out to everyone on.
That's
I have
actually- that's free
landlines.
advertising.
That's free advertising
Yeah,
on the
there you go.
landlines.
Yeah. What do they call that? Code red?
Animals on the loose.
Well, hopefully, people in the police department have been hearing about this, but I think we should.
Yeah, but we should make it official.
Make it
Yeah.
official.
Yeah, definitely make it
We
official.
don't wanna get in trouble.
Right, then it can go on the code red. I'm thinking about the little farm kit that we're going to have for each of the farms.
Yep.
I have got,
Oh,
many clipboards. So we could take the clipboards and put maybe even like 2 or 3 flyers on those,
Mhm.
little sturdier.
Yeah, that would work.
So probably with 2 clipboards per farm.
mhm. Okay,
Anita, that reminds me of something I was thinking about, my mom and I were discussing. At the grandmother garden tours, granted, it's like paid entry. They asked, as well as like other places we've gone to, like the Garden Conservancy, those are free sometimes, just for data information, and I don't know if we're at all interested in this. Having somebody jot down, like even if it's just marks on a clipboard at the table, how many people attended, to have a sense of foot traffic, and they also ask for zip code. They don't ask for your address or anything, they just see that there's 2 people coming, they jot down 2 little scratches, and then they're like, "We have your zip code?"
Right.
So I don't know if we're interested in data collection at all, just for the purposes of marketing and targeting marketing better next
Yeah.
year.
yeah,
It'd just be nice to know how many people did attend, you know?
Right, and for getting our.
It'd actually be nice to know if anyone came out of state too.
yeah.
So,
I'm thinking that too, but I was thinking, well, we're going to be getting the passports, but that doesn't include zip code.
a lot of people won't do the
And they
passport
may not,
either,
right,
so
right.
they'll just kind of walk through and then just kind of
Yeah.
wander, so.
And there's only 1 passport per family, so.
True.
The idea, yeah, we'll,
I
I'll
can
have it
come up with a little,
designated.
yeah, template for that too, or add that to the.
Yeah.
We'll add a sheet to your farm kit, Inga, so that volunteers also know to document that.
Right. And I have access to a lot of boxes, so I'll just start putting together 10 boxes.
Great.
Okay,
So
If
our
you want,
volunteer-
I can look into that list, Chris, about the, what we can maybe data collection wise ask. See what they do generally at these kind of events.
Yeah, we can just
Okay.
keep it simple, you know, like sometimes people won't want to give any information, so
right.
zip
Yeah.
code.
Or just town?
Or town, yeah, town rather, yeah. I don't know why I'm thinking zip code. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're,
Sorry.
Yes,
Yeah, that does.
On the front of the passport, it's got a section for their
Oh.
name, and we're actually asking for phone number.
Okay.
Well, it basically gives you somewhat of a, what, county?
I think just town, make it
Yeah.
easy.
yeah.
Hmm.
And people's phone numbers now are from all over. It's not like
Oh, yeah.
you used to know by somebody's phone number where they're from.
Yeah, and they don't have to, well, they do if they want to be called
Yeah.
and told that they won one of our phenomenal prizes.
That's right.
Yeah, I live in Southwick, Massachusetts, but my phone number's from Meriden, Connecticut. Go figure.
Yeah, there you go.
So these two volunteer sessions that we're having, what are the dates for that?
I think our regular meeting on the Wednesday evening, August 9th,
Okay.
and then Saturday morning, August 12th.
August 12th, okay.
And then there's also one on the 16th I wrote down.
Yeah, well, that's another Wednesday if we need it.
I mean, are we gonna cover any other business on August 9th? I don't want, if we do, then maybe we should just set 2 volunteer things aside so that we're
Yeah.
respectful of people's time and they're not sitting through like other ag business, like,
Right.
I mean, it was our normal day.
The 9th is our regular meeting.
yeah.
I mean, if we had volunteers, we could certainly do them first.
Yeah.
But then on the other
first.
hand, do we want our meeting to go? Like the planning committee, planning board. Until 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
So you wanted to?
I think the 12th and the 16th. I guess people enough notice,
12th and 16th.
and that way they're just
Yeah.
committed to like volunteer review, and that's what.
Yeah, okay. That makes sense to everyone, commissioners? So this, what we say? 12th and 16th.
And Alex brought up a good point, like asking the time commitment total, like what time do they need to be at the farms? And then how long do they need to stay after if there's cleanup? I mean, 4 hours sounds short, but if it's actually a 6-hour day, that might,
People might linger at the end.
they might linger
Sure.
at the end.
And people, obviously, the volunteers need to be there
Yeah,
before noon,
right. We just want to be very clear with them what the time commitment is, because that might be a deal breaker for some people.
Yeah,
They could do half days
or they
too.
could share.
Yeah, or we can offer that option too, yeah.
So,
But if you get as many as you can, then if there's a good surplus, you can give some people out and say, hey, if you need to leave,
Yeah,
or if you have something to do, someone could use as an alternate.
right.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's volunteers. You want to be flexible.
I mean, I think the full day would be 11:30 to 4:30.
mhm, absolutely.
At least, yeah. Yeah, because they're set up and whatnot, and then taking stuff down.
Right,
Yeah.
okay,
Okay, so what I have to follow up on is putting together 10 boxes for the farm kit.
Mhm.
Ordering additional safety vests that can be reused from year to year. Reaching out to my volunteer list to rally more volunteers.
mhm.
And after you send me the articles that Cliff sabotaged. Then I'll call Cliff. And then follow up with the other 2 companies that I'm still waiting to hear about for sponsorship.
Mhm,
Okay.
I'm sure he had good intentions.
Yeah, but it's just the data, you want it to be accurate.
Well, not to rub salt in the wounds or whatever, on the first article, it included the AgCom email address and my email address, and they're both wrong.
Oh.
But anyway.
Okay, retraction is needed. Okay.
Okay,
And then everyone's clear on this, their site visit.
And
I'll
you're gonna
be-
send the
I'll
template.
send the template over, Sage, do you mind resending me the template itself of your questions? I know I have it somewhere in my email, but do you mind sending that to me when you get
Yeah.
a chance? I can incorporate it into the other questions, please.
You're talking about that sheet that
For the website,
I made-
asking folks their questions,
Yes.
yeah. Thank you.
yeah,
And the only last thing I wanted to bring up is, after this is all done, what are your thoughts about sending or putting an ad, probably in Southwoods, thanking our sponsors and thanking our participating farms?
oh, yeah, definitely. Maybe
Yeah.
in South,
Okay.
maybe in a couple places, and certainly the website and Facebook and all that.
Exactly.
True.
yeah, I need a final list of that so I can add it to the website.
Yeah, that was partly why I was thinking about, do we want to stop looking for sponsorships now so we can start, so we'll have the final list and
Correct,
we can
yeah,
start thanking people and recognizing them.
right. Well, those are the last two I'm waiting to hear back from.
Yeah, yeah.
So I won't be calling anymore.
So, but we should still, if we want to place some more ads, we still,
I was just
I
thinking,
believe,
doing
have
one
money for-
afterwards.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess that's the one thing in the agenda that we didn't quite touch on, update on publicity and coordination of publicity, like what are our next steps for that? And outreach efforts, like in terms of marketing this, so are we doing a regular update on Facebook at this point on a weekly basis? I think it would be good to set up a schedule between now and then and feature maybe one farm per week or every few days. Like, what's our marketing approach to this? Because I know we had the advertisements in the various publications, but
Mhm.
are we gonna do more? And that also brings up the point of, I only have this many brochures left, like just like a handful. So I'd like to
Yes.
distribute those to folks tonight who are willing to kind of, or what's our strategy? Do we want to keep some? We really don't have many. It seems like places are,
yeah.
I'm not sure the utility of having them at the tables the day of open
No.
farm day. I think we'll have enough material, so I
Yeah.
think we should use these and,
Yeah. And the passports will have the information that
passports
they
are
need.
ordered, yes, passports are ordered. And, yeah, this is it for the farm for the open farm day brochures. So, oops,
And this is what I have left.
yeah, so
Yeah, I've got probably the same amount. give or
what
take.
are we thinking in terms of?
Well, for the advertising itself, we know that Go Local is hitting this month.
Great,
Southwoods hit in July, they're gonna be hitting again in August. And then we have the Penny Saver on August 13th and the Westfield News on August 17th. And those ads were already approved. But if we wanted to change anything, we have plenty of time to do that.
No, that seems good.
yeah, I think it's
So,
just,
so they-
I think,
those-
you know, weekly
those are
Facebook
done.
updates and
yeah. Who's managing the Facebook at this point?
largely Sage, but me too.
Okay. Yeah, so can we commit to at least maybe bi-weekly, like twice a week, just because we're down to 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And there's 9 or 10 farms. Be nice to highlight each farm, even if it's just mentioning them. Linking to their Facebook page if they have a Facebook page, some of these do. And then, yeah, then maybe the other post, if we're doing bi-weekly, so one post per week will be about a farm or two, and then the other one, if there's extra space, just about open farm day in general. Some verbiage from here, you know, to keep it relevant. Because I think people then share to the forums from
Mhm.
there, right? Is that?
Well, it depends, because sometimes the group's only allowed to the same group and stuff, but because this is a main page, I think it doesn't apply. It lets you just pass it around.
But an individual can then take a post from a page and share it to a forum, so that might be something that you or Bert do with your personal accounts, if you're willing to do that. Is
Yeah.
that something you commit to? Because there's a lot of good forums.
Yeah, and I can share it to all the forums. I'm a member of all.
I was
the
like,
local
Oh, perfect.
forums.
So if you're a member of all the
Okay.
forums, then you mind doing that? Then maybe you can focus on making the posts and then you.
That's all the ones that.
There's way too many forums.
Angie will be the forum
The forum.
I know
poster.
them all, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's a pro at it at this point.
Now, do you also want to mention our sponsors?
Sure, right? I mean, was it worthwhile?
Hmm,
As
I
as
think-
someone who's a sponsor here, how do you
Yeah.
feel about that? I mean,
I don't really care either way, because what I do is I'm not looking to gain any business from this, but maybe
Yeah.
some people in town might with local businesses. I would think if I was a local business with a storefront, yes, I would want that.
yeah.
Some of the forums on Facebook though don't like people advertising businesses.
Hmm.
what do you mean? Like,
They don't like, they want to keep it about like personal stuff. I mean, I've seen people advertise and they pull them down, or there's like a certain day of the week you can advertise your business.
on the forums, you
Yeah,
mean?
on the forums.
Or maybe on the post, when you post about a certain farm, maybe you could just at the bottom say, thank you to our sponsors. Just like
Yeah.
a quick.
That's a good
Just the
idea.
name,
Yeah.
not an address, no Facebook link, nothing.
Right, so you're
That's a
not.
great idea.
Yeah, just, and no, not the amount, just the
Right,
fact that
right.
they're sponsoring.
Yeah, I think a quick blurb at the bottom, thanks to our sponsors.
And at some point, we should do that for the gift, the prize donors. too, right? Or no, or just a thank you.
I
Yeah,
don't know that that needs to be
No, I
publicized, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, also in terms of publicity and outreach, there's the Channel 15 and the gristmill sign. So I think we should, do that like once a week or I'm not sure exactly what you can put on Channel 15, but I'll find out.
I don't see why, yeah, I've seen that advertise all kinds of stuff at the time.
Yeah.
Like spaghetti stuffing and stuff like that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Actually, off subject, but, we were trying to make the whole, farmer forum thing, something that we were gonna repeat every year.
Mhm.
Aren't we running out of time to have one this year? Cause didn't we have that last year?
Well, we
I
had it
forget
in
when we
Jan,
actually had it.
yeah, we had it in January.
Alright, so it would be following up to next January.
Probably in the winter anyway. Right.
I just don't want to forget that on our,
Yeah.
list of objections. I know.
Yeah, it'd be great to do it more than once a year, but I think. For them, we got plenty going on here.
It might be a nice blip though to mention when we do have farm day to our farmers and say, hey, don't forget we have a farmer forum coming up at the end of the year.
Yep. Right. Okay, any other publicity outlets we should think about? I think we pretty much,
So these here, does somebody want to take them? And is there some place in town that we have not hit up yet?
I'll take them.
I'll take some.
Has anyone
I'll
gone to
take them.
Tractor Supply?
I'm going there tomorrow to pick up their gift certificate, so that's why I'm keeping these.
I remember Dan said he was gonna do the farm trail one there, but I don't know if he ever did.
Okay,
The trail map.
the farm trail for sure.
Yeah.
Dan said he was gonna
Yeah.
drop them off, but I was in there, I never saw them.
Yeah,
I saw some
No,
there,
you did.
yeah.
So maybe they're all gone then.
That's
maybe.
good.
Like at
Yeah,
this stage of the
that's-
game, we should
that's
probably
for them tomorrow.
not
Yeah.
do the farm trail so much as the farm day, right? No, do the farm trail.
Has anyone gone to the grocery store next to Napa?
Our former chair. Yeah, that would be a great, like, place to go. Yeah, that's right. He used to be on AgCom.
Yeah,
Um,
I can go there because I know him.
Okay,
I live right
great,
there, so.
perfect. Yeah, I'm
I
sure
see 'em
he
every
takes
day.
some. Yeah, Brett.
Yeah.
And then Red's Cafe, they've always been a big
Red's
supporter.
Cafe, yeah, and I can try the Daily Grind again,
Okay,
because they
so
weren't
we'll
open
give
that
you
day.
a few, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, we'll take a bunch then.
Yeah.
Oh, did we get ever any material to the Historical Society? Cause I know all the farms have stuff, but Historical Society, they always have those open,
Yeah,
house days.
I
so-
know. They just were open this past Sunday.
I think their next one is the open farm day.
Yeah.
At 2.
No, no.
Work on it.
No, no, at 12.
I think your next, open day is August 12th. So I think we should get
Yes.
material.
It's every other Sunday, right?
I don't know, but I did
23.
see when I drove past there today, I
Oh,
think the sign said August.
Oh, I
12th.
think it was the 12th. Yeah, we should definitely get some,
Is it August, whatever Sunday?
yeah.
Maybe it was the 13th, sorry. Anyhow,
Yeah.
as
So,
somebody who's participating, they should have already gotten that material,
Right.
so I feel bad that they didn't, and that they're kind of left out, so. I know Angie was thinking of going there, but we'll ask. That's it for these brochures.
yeah, they went fast, which of course is
You
what we.
guys ever seen it? Okay,
Yeah, my
good.
niece showed
Good.
me one today. They're very nice.
The photos are very nice, so thanks for contributing.
Okay. Angie, you say you're gonna check 3 places for brochures?
Right now I have Red's Cafe, Daily
Red's.
Grind, Hydroponics, and Pride.
Right, okay.
You wanna do the Historical Society too? Cause I know
I-
you mentioned it last week,
I-
maybe.
I sent them an email asking when their next thing is. I haven't heard back yet, but if I
Okay.
hear back, I can definitely drop something off to them.
And Southwick Liquors has also been a big sponsor in the past when we used to do like sponsor in terms of marketing. They would always support the tractor parade.
Mhm.
So I don't know if we want to put a sign there just because they do get a lot of foot traffic, so,
Sure, for sure.
and they've always been very friendly to our commission.
Yeah.
So are you saying one of these
I
there?
put a flyer there, yeah,
Flyer?
a flyer, because I don't know that people who are picking up liquor necessarily want to pick up a like a brochure, but at least if it's on the door,
On the
you know.
door,
Yeah.
okay.
I'll stop and ask Jeannie.
Yeah,
You've
Maybe they'll
got,
take a few brochures.
you've got a couple of these, right? The colored ones?
Yeah,
Okay.
Long signs like, at the dump, where's a lot of people attend this, or is it conflict of interest or?
I think we'd have to ask Randy if he can change the sign there. He did that for the master plan.
Yeah. Ooh, good.
Because there's a lot
Ooh,
of traffic
yeah.
there.
Yeah, the day before. Everyone goes on Saturday, so.
Yeah.
So are you talking the one of the lawn
The long
signs?
signs, yes. so,
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it doesn't
I
have a
don't know.
date or anything on it.
No, they have the
They have
letterboard.
The
Oh,
movable
you're
letter-
talking
yeah.
about the letterboard.
Yeah.
And
Oh,
maybe
the
one
letterboard.
so that.
Yeah,
way
put that in
like,
front of
brings
it, so-
people-
Put the
Yeah,
sign in
right,
front of it, and so,
right.
no, associate both things.
Right.
And I
That's
don't
not a
know,
bad idea.
Randy is the one who has to, okay that,
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
he did that for the master
Yeah.
plan.
yeah, he did.
that's right,
He put up,
yeah.
yeah, I think he put a sign up and also
And, yeah, both things
wrote
together.
like information, like website information on his.
So you're gonna contact Randy?
Yeah,
Okay,
Yeah. he thought he might have some 4-H kids who would
I would think.
be volunteers, you know, so we'll see.
Yeah.
I'll follow up with that too.
Good, good, good. And while you're talking to him, they have the disc
Golf, yeah.
golf. Maybe they would take some of our flyers.
Okay.
It just keeps growing.
I know.
Okay.
I think we are all set
Okay.
till next time.
Convention boxes.
Yeah. Do
And
you want that? There's a couple of things, yeah, too. There's lots of sweet.
Marissa, can I just grab a small handful?
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah. We'll try to get volunteers for those.
Oh, good call. Do you want more?
Oh, that should be fun.
Okay.
The stickers are right there too.
awesome.
Do you want some for your stand? Okay,
There's a
is
lot
that,
of people coming through.
okay, is that enough?
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
all
I think
right.
so. Yeah.
So Angie, you're hitting up 4 places?
But,
5.
I'll go to the Celtic Liquors too,
Okay.
but I'll just put a few.
I have a
Oh,
couple
you're good with
flyers
that?
left,
Okay.
so if they don't want that, maybe like, flyer is better than brochure.
Karen, I have one of those
You know, you can kind
those
of
little
gauge on the
plastic
place.
stands that the brochures can go in, would you like that, one of those?
And then I think,
Oh, yeah, that'd be
Yeah, I
nice.
can give it to you on the way out.
Okay,
Do you want me to
great.
motion to adjourn?
Yeah.
We do need to do that. Yes, yeah,
okay, so I'll give the rest to Angie since she's going to 5 places,
Yeah.
not very many,
thank you.
so you're okay with that? Awesome, thank you.
Um,
Alrighty.
Okay, would anyone like to make a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Anyone
Yeah.
second? Everyone.
Second.
Say, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye.